What's up, everybody? In this video, I do want to share a horror haul with you, and I'm going to start off with some figures I had never seen before. I actually found these at Five Below, so I'm just going to share one of them first. So we have here, I think the company is Yumi. It's called Zoom Hero, and of course they have some horror-focused ones, including this Pennywise one. And this is the more recent iteration of Pennywise, of course. Now, I've said it many times before, I did like It Chapter 1. But yeah, Chapter 2 just, it was very disappointing to me, but I still like this design for Pennywise, and I do think this car is pretty cute here. I wasn't even paying attention at first that these actually do slide, you slide them back and then let them go and they take off like those old school toy cars, so that is pretty cool here. But yeah, I think this is pretty cute here. Like I said, I found this at Five Below, and I actually did get another one of these. So I also have here the Crooked Man, of course, from the Conjuring franchise. I'm always excited when I see something that is, Crooked Man related, because I really like the design of this character. Still keeping my fingers crossed that maybe in the future, the makers behind the Conjuring franchise can actually do a Crooked Man movie. I know he's been featured in other movies, and like he's going to be in that Hellboy movie, but I'm so not interested in that. I want this version of Crooked Man to eventually get his own movie, so maybe that will happen in the future. But yeah, I thought that both of these were pretty awesome looking. I saw them as soon as I walked into a Five Below, and they do have some other ones in the set. So they have Annabelle. They also have here the Nun, which is kind of weird to see her in a car especially. They have the Bloody Bride there, and they have the Accordion Monkey as well. So the other ones I'm not really interested in. I just wanted these two from the set, and I will be opening these up towards the end of the video. Let me know if you've actually seen these out and about at Five Below. I'm not sure if they sell them anywhere else. They don't say, Five Below exclusive on them, but I know that Five Below does get a lot of different mini types of figures. So everything else here is going to be Funko Pops, and I actually have a couple of figures here. This is why I'm not filming. I do have a horror background set up somewhere else in my home, but there's just not enough space for all the figures I'm about to share here. So let's get into this Funko Fusion figure of Shaun, of course, from Shaun of the Dead. And I do have the original Pops. They do have some shelf wear to them, but overall they're in good condition, and it's not like I'm trying to sell them anyway. I'm definitely keeping them, but I think this is a good version of Shaun, again from based on Funko Fusion. And I've talked about some of the other Pops with Funko Fusion previously. In fact, I shared a haul that included some Funko Fusion figures previously. But yeah, I like the look of this figure. I did decide to go ahead and grab this one up. I have been seeing the Nicholas Angel in stores as well, and I know Hot Fuzz is meant to be an action movie, but it almost has like horror elements to it. But yeah, I just wanted to get this version of Shaun here, and all the Pops you're about to see, I will be getting these out of box as well towards the end of the video. Now, one particular horror movie that came out this year, initially I was a little bit disappointed in it, but the more that I think about the movie and have kind of revisited it, I appreciate it a little bit more. So we have here Abigail, of course, from the movie Abigail. A lot of people talked about how they felt like they wished they didn't know going in that the girl was going to be a vampire. I still stand by. I don't know how else they would have promoted the movie without that, so I think it was kind of necessary. And I'll give the movie credit because I think it did do more character development than you get in a lot of horror movies. So it still has its rough edges to it, but overall I did like it. When it comes down to it, I appreciate it more in hindsight now, and I will revisit it again in the future. And I actually do like the look of this Pop here as well. This was part of a Funko.com order that I did, whereas these other figures I've shared so far, I actually picked those up in store. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate this more, thinking about it more now. So yeah, we got Abigail there, and let me know what your thoughts about that movie. I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to do a follow-up. We'll see what happens with that. Next up here, we have a Pop. I actually thought I had picked this up already, but nope, I didn't. So I finally did add this to my collection. We have here this Blacklight Chucky, and there's actually two of these. Let me see if they show the other one on the back. So they have the good guy Chucky, which I'm not interested in that one. I think the smile actually makes him look too sweet there, and him being in the pumpkin. I mean, he does have the knife, but it just, I don't know, it just doesn't read Halloween enough for me, even though he is in the pumpkin. I just like this more rough looking version of Chucky here. And I may actually put this under a black light at the end of the video to share that with you all. And like I said, I'm surprised I hadn't picked this one up already. So yeah, I finally went ahead and added it to my collection. I have a couple of the other Chucky figures as well. Some of them I decided not to keep, but I still have a couple in my collection. Next up here, we have one that just released from Insidious. We have the red-faced demon, and I definitely felt like they had to do this particular character. Now, I did see the wheezing demon as well, but I'll be honest, I don't even really remember that demon there. I did watch the Insidious, like all of the movies in the franchise, but I just don't remember like the second, third. I don't remember those super well. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about that particular one there. I did get the one that was a con exclusive, that other demonic character they did, but yeah, had to get the red face demon because when it comes to Insidious, he is kind of like the face of the franchise to an extent. Now I did watch the last movie in the franchise. I think that's where they're going to end it. The Red Door. Pretty disappointed by that movie. There's just so many issues with that movie, but yeah, I still like the design of this particular character, so had to add this more evil, I guess, Darth Maul to my collection. So there we go with him. And then the other figures here, these all came from Funko.com. I definitely had to get these, and it's no surprise if you know me that I did go for these figures here. I have been seeing them in store as well, but like I said, I did my order with Funko.com. So we have here from Killer Clowns, first of all, we got Chubby there with the pie. Pretty great looking figure there. And at this point with my Killer Clowns collection, I am going to have to start moving pops to another shelf, or maybe reposition where I have them in my collection. Yeah, because I just don't have space to put these right where the other ones are. We also have here Frank as well. Very fitting for me to have this one. Some people do just call me Frank, which is fine. But yeah, I do like the look of that character there also. And the one I was most excited about, very glad that they did this one. We have here Jumbo actually on the merry-go-round horse, or carousel horse, whatever you want to call it there. Pretty cool looking. This is a really awesome looking item. We'll take a closer look at the cars here first, starting off with the Pennywise. And his head is turned right towards the red balloon there, but it can turn, so I'm going to actually adjust that and face it forward. Now, of course, you see the full body is not sculpted. Yeah, it's just basically the head sculpt, the neck, and kind of the shoulders there, but not even that completely. It does actually say Pennywise back there. Okay. Yeah, and I like the aging effect that it has going on. I also like how they did the ruffles here across the hood. He's got the little red buttons up front. So yeah, this is, you know, a small little figure there, a small little item, but it is pretty cute. I do like the look of this overall. And like I said, it actually is like the old school toy cars where you pull it back and then let it go. Oh, and it actually takes off pretty fast there. So yeah, not exactly something I'm going to be doing on a regular basis. I mean, I got that just to sit with my Pennywise collection, but yeah, it does do that there though. Then we have here the Crooked Man. I always like the look of the eyes coming through his glasses and then through the hat as well. Such an interesting look there. Okay, then we got, of course, the smile. It's not actually molded in. It is a paint app, which is fine for this. And again, it's just, you know, the head, the neck, and kind of the beginning of the shoulders. I like how this is like the front of his suit, just like they did with the Pennywise there. This one, a little bit more plain looking even than the Pennywise, but, you know, it is still true to the character, so perfectly fine with that. And again, the head does, oh, this head actually tilts as well. Does the Pennywise do that? Oh, it does. Okay, I thought they just turned, but they actually do tilt some as well. So a little bit of movement going on there. And again, you know, you pull it back. Of course, it takes off, but I won't be doing that. I actually do have some Conjuring figures, well, you know, from the Conjuring universe figures, basically. So maybe I'll try to put them together. I have a couple of Crooked Man items. I got both of the Crooked Man pops. One of those was an NFT drop that I did end up getting, not directly with the NFTs, but I got it, you know, into my collection thanks to the help of a viewer, actually. And what else do I have? I think that I have one other. I have the NECA figure. That's what it is, a Crooked Man. I have that also. So yeah, I got a couple of Crooked Man items, and I might get even more into my collection if I see some interesting things. So happy with those cars there. Let's take a look at Shaun here from Shaun of the Dead. Of course, he has the cricket bat, which you can tell he's been putting to use because, of course, he has red on him. If you've seen the movie, you know that reference there. I think the hair sculpt here is even a little more disheveled than, you know, his other pops that he has because, again, it's being true to this moment in the movie. So, yeah, like the detailing of it. If you're a fan of the movie, I think this is a pretty cool pop to have, especially if you did miss out on the original pop. Then we got Abigail here, which her pop actually has a little more weight to it than I expected. I guess there's a lot of weight within the hair sculpt here, basically. But yeah, it's a little bit heavier than I expected. But yeah, pretty true to the character. I just noticed that even on the sneakers here, and I'm not sure if it'll pick up on camera, but they do have a little bit of glitter. Like there's a little bit of sparkling going on her sneakers. So that is a nice touch there. And I thought this young actress, I thought she did a great job with the character. And I actually would not mind seeing a follow-up to that movie. And if they're going to do it, I think they better do it sooner than later, because, you know, that would make the most sense. Since she is a vampire, she should be aging slowly. Although I will say this, if you've watched the movie, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like their vampire rules were a little bit fuzzy, that they could have been clearer. I thought some things didn't quite add up, but yeah, you let me know your own thoughts about that. But yeah, this is a well done figure here. And of course, it's kind of crazy to see this young ballerina looking so vicious with the vampire teeth there and the blood splattering. Pretty crazy looking character. Then of course we have here the red face demon. And I'll be honest, typically the things that look like demonic like this, you know, in terms of like actually looking like the devil, I'm usually not big on collecting those types of things. It's not because I'm religious. It's not because I'm superstitious. It's just because, I'll be real with you all, people that consider themselves to be like Satan worshipers and whatnot, they just annoy me. I feel like it's just such a attention-seeking type of behavior. It just really bugs me, you know, people that are on that nonsense. I don't personally believe in it, you know, but yeah, that's why I typically don't get things that look like this, that are designed in this way. But you know, this character is not meant to be straight up like Satan or the devil or whatever, you know. So I do like his design overall. He actually has the earrings here, which I'm not sure if I noticed those too much before. And you know, mostly solid black here, but they had the hair is almost grayish looking there. And of course the red does stand out nicely. They got the mouth sculpted with the sharp teeth, the claws looking pretty nice there. So all around, this is a pretty cool looking figure. It probably would have been even cooler if he was like a little bit taller, maybe a little bit slimmer, but I don't think the character actually was especially tall within the movies. I think that just would have made him look more menacing. Actually, the first time they showed him, I think they intentionally kind of made him look taller and more menacing in that way. But yeah, it still works though. That's definitely pretty recognizable as that particular character. The Chucky, like I said, I will put this under a black light in just a moment. But I really do like the look of this one. Of course, he has all that damaging going on, like, you know, the Bride of Chucky look. And it just works so well with the Halloween colors, the black and orange. Such a great pop to get this time of the year. Yeah, really do like the look of that. And he's got the little green axe going on there. Then we got here the killer clowns. These really creep some people out. Some people are not into clowns to begin with, and then especially the way they designed them for this movie, it really did creep some people out and still does creep some people out. Check out his hair sculpt going on there. I do like that Funko put such detailing into all the wrinkling going on the head sculpts, which is pretty accurate. Even the hands, like very creepy looking hand going on there with all that wrinkling and detailing to it. So yeah, they do a great job with these pops. For the most part, you know, there's been issues with the sizes, you know, the scale of the characters next to each other, but it seems like they're trying to do better with that. Then we got Frank here. I like the coloring on Frank, the sort of pink and almost green. I don't know what you would call that color. You know, somebody can tell me if you know, but yeah, it looks pretty good together there. And I like his face paint as well. That hair sculpt is pretty cool also there. And then here we have Jumbo. And yeah, like I said, really like the look of him here on this horse. And I will say also, I know there are plenty of Killer Clowns fans out there. This is a movie that's pretty easy to track down if you want to check it out. In fact, I think it's free to watch on YouTube, or at least it used to be. It might still be. So a lot of people do check this movie out. I'm glad to see that the fandom continues. I didn't really get into the video game. I gave it a go. It just wasn't really working for me personally, but I do think it's cool that they made a game at least. I just didn't stick with it personally, but still a big fan of the movie, still a big fan of the character designs. If they were ever to like do an update or bring it back or whatever, you know, they want to do with it, I'd be a little bit nervous about how it might turn out, but I'd be interested to see it. You know, let me know your own thoughts about that. His eyes are especially creepy to me, the way that they're done, because it just looks like they almost look like bottomless. You know what I'm saying? They don't really look like black pupils necessarily. It's just something about them that makes them look bottomless, like you're seeing into a skull almost. Pretty intense there. So yeah, I do like those designs. They're very happy with this haul overall. Now, if you're paying attention, you notice that I did add something to my background here on the table. This is the GameStop exclusive Killer Clowns box where they have the blacklight variants of some previously released Killer Clowns. So I actually already have this in my own collection. I had the pops in my collection. I didn't keep the buttons. It comes with some buttons of each character. I just passed those along when I did a giveaway previously. It also has a keychain with their little like cotton candy blaster, whatever you want to call it. So it's a pretty cool box. I really do like it. I actually picked up an extra just in case a friend needed it, and it turned out that she didn't need it, and I was not upset at all because I told her right away I could see using this for a giveaway in the future. And that time is now, so I'm going to let you know how you can enter to win this box if you are interested in it. So this giveaway is going to be specifically for adults, and yes, I am saying adults because I mean the franchises I focused on within this video, these are not for kids anyway. But yeah, this is going to be for adults that live in the US and Canada, so I am opening it up to Canada as well. Canada is not too difficult when it comes to shipping to, basically, so that's why I don't mind opening this up to Canada as well. And if you're interested in entering, to enter is going to be very simple. What I need you to do in the comments is just tell me who is your favorite killer clown. And it does not have to be a killer clown from the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It could be any killer clown, you know, from a horror movie or a horror franchise. You know, even a TV series would work. So that could include like Pennywise, the clown from American Horror Story. What was his name? Twisty. I know there's a pop that was released in the past, at least one. You know, there's a lot of different ones. So just whatever is your favorite horror clown, maybe even Art the Clown from the Terrifier, whatever, you know, you want to focus on. Let me know who is your favorite and explain why. If you put like no real thought into your comment, I'm not going to consider that to be an entry. Like you say, if you say something like Pennywise because he's cool, you know, I may just overlook that. You know, do put some thought into your response, and the people that respond accordingly, I will consider you entered into this. Remember, again, has to be in the US or Canada. I really don't want to have to do a redrawing for this, and I'll give it some time. Basically, once the views die down on the video, so I'm not going to say a specific date, but once the views die down on the video, then I will randomly draw a name from the people that chose to enter. So do be on the lookout for the results. And like I said, I'm just going to give it some time until I see the views slowing down, and you know, we'll take it from there basically. But yeah, I'm trying to keep it very simple for you all to enter. Let me say this real quick about this Chucky figure. Now, for one, I have to keep the light on because it's not glow in the dark. It only has the black light effect when the black light is right on it. But the axe, you know, I thought the axe would actually shine some too, but it's not with that green. It doesn't really show up, so I kind of wish they did a different color for that. I think that would have looked even cooler, but this does work overall as a black light figure. But yeah, if you're interested in the giveaway, definitely go for it. One other rule I do have to point out, I haven't done a lot of giveaways in this way recently, so I do want to put this out there in case you're not familiar with this. Please do not say giveaway in your comment, and don't say I hope I win either. If I see that, then I'm probably going to remove your comments. So I don't like when people say directly anything about the giveaway or say I hope I win, and then, you know, some people, they won't even check out the video. If they see that comment, they're just going to focus on trying to win. So please do not do that. Basically, I don't want to have to remove anybody from potentially winning. But yeah, that's it. You know, that's all there is to the giveaway. That's all you need to do in order to enter. Also, with your comment, you know, please let me know what you thought about this haul here. Are you picking up any of these figures? Do you have any other horror figures that you've added recently to your collection? And what horror movies are you looking forward to checking out this October? I'm really looking forward to Smile 2. And I may actually get Shudder going again so I could check out some movies on there, including the recent VHS movies. I really like that franchise overall. So yeah, let me know what you're looking forward to just in general as far as, you know, this month of October goes. Thank you all so much for taking the time to check this out, and I will talk to you all again real soon.